Hey guys, what's up? My name is Art and welcome back to another video. A video where I talk about what kind of stuff I bought, which in the circles we call a comic book haul. And other things. Last week was AEW's All In pay-per-view in London, in which it supposedly set the record for 81,000 paid tickets. Not attendance records, but paid tickets. So, paid attendance. So that was kind of neat. And since it was in England, it was in Saturday afternoon, so I didn't have time to pick up any books or anything like that. Then on top of that, one of the stores I'll go to, their city was having their block festival for the summer, so a lot of stuff was blocked off, and it was kind of hard to get through all that stuff. So I was like, I don't want to park a mile away from the store, and I was like, forget it. Plus, of course, financial obligations take precedence over everything. If you're watching this, I'm assuming you're an adult, so of course, no matter what happens, your financial obligations always should be paid first. Rent should be paid, your car note should be paid, your car insurance should be paid if you have to have it. I kind of goofed up on my finances. I'll talk about a little bit about that later. I'll talk about it now, whatever. About 4 months ago, my mortgage went up on the house. Now I'm paying like over $1,200 a month for the house. And my car insurance went up. So naturally, when that happens, the savings I had kind of dwindled a little bit. Plus spending money for those cons at SummerSlam weekend was also a big. And I was like, ooh, you get paid, you pay your bills, and all of a sudden you have like $200. And then something else pops up and you're like -1. But I survived those last couple weeks. And it was all during that weekend, so I said, hey, no big deal. I can always pick it up the next week. And that's what I did. Right now it's Labor Day weekend, which basically Monday is the Labor Day holiday for us in America, which we don't work. A lot of people, well, I should say we don't work. A lot of people don't work. People work in restaurants and stores and stuff. They still have to work, but I don't. And then Tuesday I had to see the kidney specialist to make sure my kidneys is up and running. Everything's going good. So other than that, it's been kind of a big chunky mess. And then so I was feeling kind of down. And you know what happens when you feel down? You do what you do, whatever is necessary to keep your spirits up, like behind me. So today, I just came back from what was I doing this morning? Nothing. But anyway, I just came back. I cleaned my bathroom for a hot second because I love having a nice bleachy smell to my bathroom, because when I smell bleach, I know it's clean. So anyway, so I got about 2 weeks worth of stuff. But then again, it looks like a normal week to me. Oh well. So the first thing is The Mandalorian #3. Now, tell you the truth, there's rumors that this is going to be a spec. Now, why is it going? Now, tell you the truth, The Mandalorian comic book is, if you watch the TV show, you already know what's in it. The comic book is an adaptation of the TV show. The only thing about it, this is the first comic book appearance of Bo-Katan, Axe Wolves, and Casca Reeves. So, since it's the first comic book appearance, if something happens, maybe this might be worth something. Maybe the value of this might go. Who knows? I say it's spec, whatever. Next is Teenage Mutant Turtle Street Fighter number 3. I had high hopes for this, very high hopes, and those hopes has been consistently. The first issue was nice. Second issue, which I read the other day, was kind of like meh, and now it seems like it's gonna be more of a meh. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Street Fighters. Would I recommend this? I'm a big Street Fighter fan. Not too big to where I know all the characters, especially the new Street Fighter that came out. So I have those characters I don't even know. I'm more the old Street Fighter 2 and Turbo Edition, and maybe Street Fighter Alpha fan. If you could remember that. Local Man special. Now, the funny thing about this, if you was a comic book fan in the 90s, you would notice what this looks like. Remember when Valiant Comics and Image got together and made a mini-series called Deathmate? It's called Deathmate? Or something like that. I can't remember. But it's a homage to that, so that's kind of nice. There's also one thing about the Local Man, it's like 2 stories. So it's like a flip book. So this is the other part of the cover. Choose your cover you like. So far, Local Man has been a very interesting book to read, but I have a feeling that it start to wane. Now, one book that I've been very interested in and I'm liking is Starfinder from Dynamite Comics. It is based off the role-playing game from TSR, or Wizards of the Coast, in which, imagine D&D in space. Here we go. Which is basically, if you was in the 80s, like I was, if you was playing role-playing games in the 80s, you would notice there was a role-playing game called Star Frontiers. There we go. So next is kind of weird. Now, I'm big fan of this character. I'm a very, very big fan of this character, and I jumped late on the bandwagon, of course. I jumped so late on this bandwagon, but ever since I jumped on that bandwagon, I'm liking it. It's Miss Marvel. This and the figure variant. The TV show was, in my opinion, very, very good. I loved the TV show. I thought the TV show was really good. Very respectful of the Muslim religion, and it shows you a different side of like she's kind of like us, but not like us, kind of thing. Now the thing is that in the comic books, she's an Inhuman, and according to the comic books, she's an Inhuman. And I guess since they're kind of pushing the Inhumans to the side, she's a human and a mutant at the same time. She died in Spider-Man, and she got resurrected in the X-Men. That they found out that she was a mutant. Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch are not mutants. They're not Magneto's daughters, but she's a mutant. Years of continuity just been destroyed. Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch were Magneto's children for years and years and years and years and years, for like 30 plus years. Then they said, oh, guess what? They're not mutants. There wasn't even his kids. Well, there was his kids, but they're not mutants, or something like that. I'm like, really? But Miss Marvel's a mutant? What? So she has an Inhuman power and she has a mutant power? What? Okay. Soapbox over. We got Captain America finale. Bounty Hunters number 37. I kind of dropped this and I keep picking up for special reasons, but this is part of the Dark Droid storyline, which is not fully visionized yet, but it affects droids. And the only reason why I picked this up because it contains something for Jango Fett, which you know is Boba Fett's father. So of course I picked that up. Amazing Spider-Man 32. Haven't even read 29 yet, so I'm kind of behind on that one. Wolverine 36. Okay, based on the Weapons of Vengeance storyline, where Ghost Rider and Wolverine joined together, and I'm like, okay. True, I haven't read it yet. I know, but just a thought. Jean Grey, Miss Minutes variant. Spoiler, if you haven't read Fall of X, big spoiler. So I wonder how this is going to pan out. We got Ultimate Invasion number 3. And last but not least, Immortal Thor part number 1, in which they're going to give Thor the Immortal Hulk treatment. Thor is a top-selling book in the last couple of years. Why do you need to do this? I don't know. Unless they stopped Thor and I didn't realize it. Oh well. It's written by Al Ewing, which did Immortal Thor. Hulk. In 2 things. I got Avengers number 1 variant version signed by Nathan Zersky, and certificate of authentication. And I got Amazing Spider-Man number 27 variant, also signed by Nathan Zersky. And other than that, that's it for the week. Hopefully you guys, I've been throwing a couple shorts here and there, just to do stuff. I kind of like the idea of shorts. It's a quick 15-second thing, so it's kind of cool. And if you guys been watching, I hope you liked it. If you're not, okay, no big deal. But other than that, thanks very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you like. Remix the videos if you like. No big deal. Other than that, I'm gonna relax for the rest of the day. I'm gonna relax a little bit for a couple more hours. Then, oh shoot, it's after 4. I gotta be at my friend's house for WWE Payback in about 2 hours. Ooh. And then tomorrow is AEW's All Out pay-per-view. Well, so this weekend is kind of a big, shocking good time for me. And other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one.